Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is just after 12:30. We wrapped up some conversation with the National Weather Service concerning today's severe weather potential a few minutes ago. Thought we would go over things. It's kind of the, calm before we expect the storms coming up here this afternoon. Let's take a look outside at the Rutherford County Courthouse. You can see the flag is blowing. And it is blowing from right to left from this. I think this is at the Rutherford County Election Commission offices. High clouds. There are some breaks in the clouds, and that's one of the things that on a day like today, you don't want to see a lot of breaks in the clouds. So we'll see how that translates into severe weather potential. Taking a look, and this is not going to be a very long update here for you. Just wanted to kind of give you some information here and on our severe weather possibilities here today. As you can see, this is our current radar right now, and the radar is showing that we have a few little showers dotted here and there. Cannon County's seen a few. There were some over, central eastern Rutherford County here this morning, a few more popping up. There are some storms trying to get going out here in the Dixon area right now, as we can see. So this is the current radar. What you see flashing in green are flood warnings. They've had a lot of rain here, really, from the I-40 corridor to the north. And this has caused some flooding. And that's where we're kind of concerned this afternoon for flooding north of I-40 with any storms that come through later on today. As you can see, our storm motion now is from southwest to northeast. Earlier, the storm motion was coming out of the southwest and the southeast rather. And the reason for that was a warm front lifting through. That warm front has not made it very far. It's, maybe somewhere, give or take, in this neck of the woods. And that could be where we see storms kind of firing up. Maybe it's just a little further south, and that's why we see this storm in Dixon firing up. That's kind of the thinking. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here because I don't want you to be weary. I just thought we'd pop on and let you know what the current thinking is and give you a look at Futurecast and let you get about your afternoon. So let's take a look at the latest HRRR, and the 16Z is in. So, of course, you can see this is 12 o'clock. It's kind of overdoing the 12 o'clock showers here, and we're just not seeing these pop. But what we are seeing is the capability of that. So if we can get some of these individual cells going here, that could be some of our severe potential for the afternoon hours. We'll just have to kind of wait and see if that is going to come to fruition. Let's take this in motion just a little bit. Here's 1 o'clock, maybe still overdoing it, but maybe this model is an hour behind or so on this particular projection. Here is 2 o'clock. You can see some big storms once again in this north of Nashville. So that would be a problem if these storms in a couple hours are dropping this much rain. By 3 o'clock, we see more cells beginning to kind of pop further south, and those are the ones that we're going to have to watch. This one here over Franklin shows that it could possibly have some hail with it. As we move on in time, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, looks like we may get a little break according to this, but now at 6 o'clock, you can see individual cells kind of becoming a problem. There's one in Clarksville, one north of Nashville. Some individual, what we would call supercells. It's just a thunderstorm, but kind of out by themselves. And that's what we're going to have to watch for our severe weather potential this afternoon and evening. Then here's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So a few more of those particular storms popping up ahead. But as you see, as we get into 10 and 11 o'clock, kind of forming more of a line, you're seeing some brighter colors there. Large hail is one of the considerations that we've got to look at today. In fact, the National Weather Service in Nashville during our briefing talked about the reason we have a moderate risk here is because of some of the significant hail and the winds. We could have damaging straight line winds with any of these storms, severe winds, and that's two of the main reasons why we're seeing this report there, or the moderate risk. There was a report earlier of golf ball size hail, and we just don't see that kind of hail here. We had a prelude just the other day in Eagleville and Rockvale and Versailles. Here's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so we can see that line pushing through somewhere during the overnight hour, and any of the storms could have damaging straight line winds, could have hail, and yes, there is a tornado potential and the potential for some of those tornadoes to be strong. So that is what Futurecast looks like right now. This is not the gospel, okay? Just know that this is not exactly how the radar is going to look. It's just a model, a prediction of what it could look like. A few of the notes that I took, the flooding concerns, we have a flood watch, but the flooding concerns mainly north of I-40, especially with more rain. But you could see if Futurecast comes to fruition, we're going to have a lot of heavy rain to deal with. So we'll have to watch that as well. Severe winds. We don't see the risk level that they've put us under for severe winds very often. This from the National Weather Service. Significant hail and a few strong tornadoes. And overnight, this is going to be an evening and overnight event. So it is very critical that you have a way, if you go to bed, have a way to be woken up. Whether it's your alerts on your phone, you need to have multiple ways if you're trusting your phone, okay? So download an app that you trust that will send you notifications. Be sure not to turn the ringer off and the sound off, because otherwise it will not wake you up. If you have a NOAA weather radio, perfect. But have couple of ways if you go to bed to make sure that if there is a warning that you have a way to wake up and get to your safe place. Okay, that is about all we're going to spend here. Just a couple of minutes on today. If there is, and the likelihood is there, that we're going to have some severe weather. So if we have this severe weather continuing throughout the afternoon, into the evening, into the overnight, just know that any warnings and watches for Rutherford County will be here to let you know, and share with your friends. Tell them, hey, this is where we can get some Rutherford County hyperlocal information. We can zoom down on our radar to street level and give you some landmarks and things of that nature. So thanks for spending a little time this afternoon with us, and stay safe out there this afternoon, everybody.